So you've just picked up poi and you're having a devil of a time with it. Believe me, I get it. I've been there too. Drex here from DrexFactor.com, and today I want to talk a little bit about how frustrating it can be when you're first starting off poi spinning. And specifically, I want to tell you guys about what happened to me when I first started and how I managed to break through those frustrations. So before we dive in, I just want to give a shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Amazing Lights, Flow Toys, Spinballs, and Ultra Poi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can visit them all on the web by following the links down in the description of this video. So we're going to flash back real quickly to the summer of 2006. This was when I attended my first Burning Man. Now, I had never seen fire dancing before at all, but seeing it on playa really motivated me to try and learn how to do it. I just thought it was really beautiful, and it seemed to me like a really cool kind of physical pursuit that you could pick up and use as a hobby. Now, bear in mind, there is absolutely no reason why this should have worked out for me. I was an extremely uncoordinated kid. In elementary school, I remember one of the kids on my intramural basketball team actually asked me not to attend the games. I was like 10 at the time, and as I grew up, it always seemed like my body was just a little bit bigger than my brain really knew how to use. I just thought that poi was really beautiful. So when I got back from Burning Man, I asked around in my circle of friends to see if anybody could teach me how to do that one thing with the fire. So one day as I'm asking this question, finally I have a friend who says, "What, you mean poi?" Now, bear in mind, they literally could have said any word in the world, and I probably would have said, yeah, that's gotta be it. Nonetheless, we had a friend that did it. He just moved to Colorado from Seattle, and he was willing to sit down and teach me. So I prepared for my first lesson. I was so excited. And then we had the lesson. It was 2 hours of him trying to teach me how to do just a basic reel turn and together same. Now, I'd never had anything remotely like spinning poi in my life before this. This just did not compute in my head whatsoever. And I was so frustrated because every time I tried to do the turn, I would keep hitting myself with the poi, and I couldn't figure out why. My friend really did his best to be patient with me and try and guide me through the process. But in the end, I wound up leaving that lesson 2 hours later feeling incredibly frustrated. And I thought, well, you know, maybe this isn't for me then. And honestly, I probably would have given it up if not for 2 things. The first was that my roommate at the time came home from holiday in Thailand with a set of poi that he'd bought at a street market for me. I didn't want to disappoint him because what he'd done for me was actually really nice. So I took the poi and I told him, yeah, I'm going to continue working on this. The second was that I read a really great book called Mastery by a guy named George Leonard. And in it, he proposed an idea that really blew my mind, which was that mastering something is not a product of being naturally adept at it. It's a product of spending the time practicing it. So I figured, why not? Let me give that approach a try. I literally just decided that poi was going to be the thing that I would master, that I would spend time to practice over the years and get better at. And again, this was completely random. I could have made this decision about sculpting, about drawing, playing an instrument, what have you. But I just decided that come hell or high water, no matter how frustrated I was, no matter how much it seemed like the poi wasn't making sense to me, that I would still practice, that I would show up to do it every day. And then something really magical occurred. You see, as time went on, as days turned into weeks, as weeks turned into months, as months turned into years, what I discovered was that a lot of the people that I'd really admired when I first started either stopped doing it, or I would get to a point where when I was spinning with them, people would come up to me and talk to me about what I was doing. And this didn't happen overnight. It was a process. It took a long time. And to be honest with you, I didn't really understand what was going on for most of it. I wasn't paying attention. I was just focusing on getting my practice in. And now, a little over 10 years later, I have my YouTube channel. I reach out to other people and I try to inspire them. I try to teach them. And one of the biggest reasons that I do that is that I remember what it was like to be there at the beginning and feel so frustrated and feel like poi made no sense at all. So here's what I'm going to tell you guys out there. If you're in that place where you're starting off and you're frustrated and you feel like it's not making any sense, keep on pushing through it. Because I've been there. I have done that. I have gone through that experience. And believe it or not, there's something really beautiful waiting for you on the other side. Don't give up. It's worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you could, please leave a like and subscribe. This stuff helps my channel grow and it helps other people to find me. I also want to include a special thanks to all of my awesome backers on Patreon. You guys are really the ones that make these videos possible. Without your support, I would have had to stop doing this channel a long time ago. If you like the work that I do and would like to continue to see free poi videos made that everybody all over the world can benefit from, please consider joining up to help me out at patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi. Thank you so much and peace.